level up. We gotta win, we gotta win. Level up, level up, level up. You want a bad, hey, go get it. Let's level up. Level up, we gotta win, we gotta win. Level up, level up, level up.
What it do, what it do, what it do? This your boy Ricky Rodriguez with Let's Level Up Podcast. Another episode, baby. Today is special. You know what I'm saying? It's special because this is the first female on the platform. First female doing big things. You know what I'm saying? She leveling up. That's why she on the podcast. Because she leveling up. If you ain't leveling up in life, don't even call me. Alright? But she leveling up in life. She doing big things, man. I'm proud of her. We had to get her out here to Atlanta. You know, it was hard getting her out here, but it's all good. Not because she ain't want to come, just because of distance. But she doing big things. Her name is Miss Maria. Let's get it. Let's give it up for her. What's up, Maria?
Hello.
Yeah, we out here. Look, everybody probably saying like, God damn, what's wrong with Ricky today? He a cowboy. We yeet today. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's up with you? Let the world know who you are.
Well, my name is Maria.
All right.
And I am the owner of Reckless Rodeo.
Shout out Reckless Rodeo. Now, that's dope. That's dope. And where are you visiting us from?
We're based out of South Carolina.
Okay. South Carolina. And for the people that don't know you, of course they can follow you on
Instagram, TikTok, I'm all over. So for my personal page, it's just Maria Arriaga XO.
Okay.
But it's Reckless Rodeo Official on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, and for y'all that don't know, she got some cool ass merch, man. Look. All the hats. She got some merch on there, so y'all go check it out. Reckless Rodeo, right?
Yeah.
That's the Instagram. Y'all go check it out, man. It's dope. So before we get into everything, I also wanna promote, you know, my sister Georgia Delicias, GA Delicias got some dope. You know, you go to her Instagram, you're gonna see the dessert she got. She got a lot of good stuff. Y'all go tap in. You know, young entrepreneur going into, you know, trying to level up. Now, she been leveling up for a couple years too, man. She been doing her thing. She got some good cupcakes. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and check her out. Georgia Delicias, GA Delicias at Instagram. Let's get it. Let's give it up for her. So, are you originally from South Carolina?
Absolutely not.
You're not? All right, where you from?
So originally, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, nice. Do you ever go back?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot?
Not a lot, like once or twice a year.
Okay, once or twice a year.
Yeah.
What made you move to?
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, what made you move
Yo,
to the
weird around here. Just family. We moved down there.
Okay, for a long time. You've been there for a while?
We lived in Charlotte for a hot minute, and then we moved to South Carolina. I lived in LA for a little bit. I think like a year.
In LA?
In LA. We lived
That's a big.
close to Santa Monica.
Oh, okay. And how was it?
It was nice, but not to live. I wouldn't ever live out in LA.
You wouldn't like to live it? Why?
It's just the vibe over there is different.
And you're a country girl. You like the woods. You like all that. Yeah. You
Be
like
in the backwoods.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. That's dope, man. That's dope. And for anybody that also don't know you, would you mind saying, you know, it's not good to tell a girl her age, but goddamn, you know, people want to get to know you. Okay.
So I am the young 30.
Okay. Nice.
I'm 30 years old.
That's dope, man. That you young, you doing big shit. Really, you doing big shit. Now that's dope, man. And so what are Miss Vaqueritas? You know, because that's what she go by. She go by Miss Vaquerita. Yeah.
La Vaquerita, and a lot of people don't know this, but I used to work for the radio station out in South Carolina. So I'm the locutora for 102.9 FM.
Okay.
And that was the name that they gave me.
Yeah.
La Vaquerita, because I've always been like really into the Western fashion, but not only that, I was doing Western fashion content creating on Instagram. That's kind of how I built up my platform. Okay,
and that's where you got the idea to do what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. I ain't even know about that. and how long was that?
So that was for like I think 6 months. Yeah. And that's kind of where I started getting into the music industry a little bit, but more on the Mexican side of things. So Reckless Rodeo is more of a country music brand. It's in the country music industry, but I started out in the Mexican music industry.
Yeah, so it touched Ricky's hands now, so we about to get into the trap. You know what I'm saying? We about to go into Atlanta with this, baby. You know, because we going worldwide. It's good, it's country. We about to Mexicanize it, and we about to trap it, too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we love it. Hey, now it's dope. So, how long ago was it that you worked over there, that you left that?
Ooh, that's a long
A long time?
I'm 30 now. I believe it was probably when I was 25, 26.
Oh, you were young. You were younger. Not young, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I was joking, but nah, you still young. You doing big things for your age. And what are your hobbies like besides all this working?
So I'm a mom.
Okay. How many kids?
I'm a mother. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old, a boy and girl.
Okay.
And so I'm a mom 90% of the time.
Yeah, full time.
While I'm working, I'm a mom. And so that's kind of like what I do.
Yeah, nah, that's dope. Same with me.
But that's something that a lot of people don't know. I keep my private life my life is super reserved.
Yeah.
All my friends, like my close friends, I didn't know you had kids. I'm like, if you have $1 million, you're not gonna tell people you have $1 million. You're gonna keep that shit on the low.
You're right. And so besides that, I know you was mentioning to me, besides your kids, you know, do you ever go out there and have fun? Because I know you like being out there in the forest and on the four-wheelers and all that type of shit. Because there's girls that like going to the mall and the Gucci and the Prada and all that. Is that you?
No.
You know, the nails and the spas. No, you like to get dirty in the forest, in the woods.
I get shit-faced at a bonfire.
Oh, yeah. Nah, that's dope.
I'm pissing in the woods.
Damn, that's dope. That's dope.
My job currently running Reckless Rodeo, because it's not the first company that I've put out there.
Yeah.
My job requires me to socialize because I'm so involved in the country music industry and now in the Mexican music industry as well.
Yeah.
There's shows, there's events constantly. It requires me to be out there having a good time.
No, nice. And how is it being out there in the music? Like how is the process in the music videos? Because I just seen you in a recent one right now.
Yeah. So I'm doing music videos as of now, but when it comes to Reckless Rodeo, even before like doing the modeling and music videos, I was doing booths at shows. I was doing a lot of collabs. I do a lot of collabs more than anything. So, to dive deep into Reckless Rodeo, shit, we gotta go way back.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get into that. But hold on. We ain't gotta give them that right now. Hold on. But so how's the music scene in South? I know probably the country's popping in South Carolina. It's like here in Atlanta, you just like. From last year, I think, is where you started to notice more of the corridos going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that. How is it going in South Carolina? Is it barely popping?
So, I mean, it's popping.
Yeah, it's popping. They doing their thing over there?
Yeah.
It's getting little by little?
Yeah.
It's doing the little truck invasion things and all that. Yeah.
It went well for them.
Yeah, so they leveling up.
The culture's out there.
Okay, it's getting, yeah. Just like I said.
Vibrant. I love it.
Yeah, just like I said in one of my podcast episodes, I was like, man, we as Mexicans or even Hispanics in general, we like goddamn roaches. We just go in every goddamn where. We go anywhere we fit in. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They want to have fun. They want to be out there. They want to live. I think that
and level up. You know what I'm saying? That too, because we can't forget that. Yeah.
Working, and I think that we just don't take life too serious, I guess, in a sense, and you just live alegre, feliz, contento, and that's kind of how.
Have a great time. Now that's dope. And how was your childhood growing up?
Oh,
you can't say a lot. You know, not all. You don't have to get into details, but how was it growing up? Were both parents involved?
No. So to sum it up as short as I can, my dad left my mom when I was about 5. I remember that vividly. My dad left my mom for another woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom kind of just went off the deep end. You're talking alcohol and drunk nights and clubs and all that. I mean, it's not the wisest thing to do when you got a little girl, but you know, it made life hard. For me, you know, I'd suffered a lot of what was like emotional and mental abuse from both of my parents. My dad is from San Luis Potosí. My dad is super like papá de rancho.
Yeah.
No emotion. You know, it was kind of like the type of thing where when your dad says "I love you," you're like, "Oh shit, man, is what happened?" Like, but and then you deal with like my mom just not being there. She just wasn't there. I don't understand as a mother, but you know, there was sexual abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, and even physical abuse on that side. And so I wasn't really raised at home.
Yeah.
I was raised more in the system. I was in foster care, group homes, from the age of 8 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, she had had her life and her personal issues, and her life was just chaotic. And she kind of just drug us along with her, you know?
Yeah.
But it was up until 15 where we moved up to South Carolina, and my mom was like, you know, looking for a new group home to put me in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hell no, fuck this. I left.
Yeah.
I ran away.
Yeah. How many siblings do you have?
In total, I think we're like 10.
10?
11.
Did y'all all live together?
No.
Same mom, same dad, different?
My dad went on to, you know, be with his new wife, and they had their kids, and so that's where he stayed.
Yeah.
My mom had 3 more boys after me.
But as far as your mom and dad, siblings, your same mom?
It was just me.
It was just you? Okay, yeah. Okay. So then, but that will make you grow, like, that pain, all that makes you become the person you are now. You know
yeah, what makes you be the best version of yourself as a parent as you possibly can. I mean, I know that's not in every case. I mean, I always say this, and this is one of the most valuable things that I keep in my mind is I have the perfect recipe to fail, and I had the perfect recipe to be successful and motivated.
For sure.
So I had a choice, and I know that the hand of cards I was dealt in life, it may have not been the best hand, but I made do with it.
Yeah.
And I did what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And you know, I always so I don't have communication with either of my parents.
You don't at all?
Or none of my siblings.
And do you know where they're at or anything?
I do. I don't engage.
You just try. Would it be, I don't know, man. It's just everybody deals with their traumas different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I would say my father passed away, you know, like 3 years ago. And he was never in my life, really. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. He was never in my life, but I always respected him because he was just my father. So when I come around him, I tell him I love you, this, that, etc. But everybody, and I've always had that strength to tell him, you know, I love you because sometimes I wouldn't even mean it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's hard. Even getting a hug from them would be hard because we wasn't shown that love.
I think that's a thing in our culture, though, don't you think? Like, our culture, it teaches us to kind of suppress so much, and then at the end of the day, it's like, I know that your parents did this, and that, but that's your mom, that's your dad, that's your aunt, like, somos familia. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you got to look out for you, because if you don't look out for you, who will?
No, you're right. You're right.
And so, you know, even though the childhood was rough, obviously, throughout teen years, adult years, and so on and so forth, there were many times where I tried to mend relationships, but you got to understand something, that just because you choose to forgive somebody, that doesn't mean that they're going to change.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And like I tell you, I didn't do it necessarily for them. I did it for me. But, pero como dicen, de lejitos más bonito. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love you, but from a distance. Even the people that I fell out with, I love you, but from a distance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And of course, when I see you, it's all love, because that way it frees me from all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it frees me from all that, you know, trying to feel some type of way. If you walk in the room, this, that. Yeah. At least I kept it peaceful with you, but I know, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
How you doing? All right, bye. You doing good? I'm doing great. Bye. Keep it moving.
It's like that, but in my case, it was kind of unfortunate. I think both of my parents were toxic folks.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
And even to this day, like my mom, she's sick and stuff, and I don't know how to be there.
Yeah. No, it's hard. Everybody deals with a difference.
Like, and then we'll probably get onto this later, but at the age of 29, 30, I've learned how to just shut emotion off for everyone around me except for my kids. And I think that I'm at a point in my life where, like, I don't really feel love.
Yeah.
But I feel it for my kids. And I demonstrate it to my kids. Oh, like, piece of cake. Easy. It's so easy for me to love them. Yeah. It's not easy for me to love anybody else. And that goes on with the trauma, too, you know? I mean, you can look at it as a good thing or bad thing, but as an entrepreneur, I look at it as a good thing. Yeah, no,
as an entrepreneur, it's definitely a good thing, and it's a hard thing in other things. Man, that shit just had me reflecting shit. I keep forgetting shit because goddamn, I'm like, no. It's all good. It's all good. I love this shit. Deep. No, I love it. But now it definitely, everybody deals with traumas different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deals with traumas different. Me, I don't know, man. It's just hard for same like you. It's hard for me to show love for that same reason because we didn't receive it.
And I'm the type of person where call me crazy or not, but I know there are a lot of people like this too, where you feel the vibe.
Yeah.
The vibe, the energy never lies.
Yeah, and it's crazy because my father would tell me, he'd be like when he left me when I was younger, he'd be like, "You be straight. They left me too. When I was young, you be straight. They left me too. So I came out straight. So you gonna be straight."
Yeah.
And now that I'm a father, I'm like, bro, I could never imagine me leaving my son, even if I'm not with my other half. You know, like I can't do that. Like,
I know.
But there's some people that it's cool. Like they like, nah, they left me. So if they left me and I came out straight, you gotta be straight.
Everybody is different.
Yeah,
I think that, and this goes on into a whole nother topic of things, but like narcissism and stuff. I don't know how much you know about that, but I know a lot.
I don't know. I mean, I learn as I go. I level up as I go. You know, it's like everybody. You don't know how to. Same with entrepreneurship. You don't know what. Yeah, you have a plan, but you don't know what you're getting into till you get into it. Then you have a plan, but then you know as you go, you're learning. Yes. Same with relationships. You know, with personal relationships, with family relationships, whatever it is, you learning as you going, and you got to study.
It's not a bad thing. Trauma. Look, I mean, obviously, we don't want anybody to have to go through pain and suffering, but I will say this: pain and suffering makes you stronger. That's a fact. It makes you wiser. It makes you stronger. It allows you to grow mentally, and have a different view of things in life. You know, because I know people that have never been through shit their whole life. It's just been peaches, but they got no stories to tell, and they got no advice to give you when shit hits the fan. And life always starts lifing. Yeah. Like life will always life. Shit goes good and shit goes bad.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And as far as like, let's say, man, it just all this shit just got down losing my mind. I'm telling you,
it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, but before, let me check out. Is the hat on right? Is the hat on right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Just making sure the hat on right. You know, we supporting Reckless Rodeo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure to cop them. Make sure to go to the IG page. Nah, but it's dope. Have you ever been to get help because of your traumas?
Absolutely. So I think everybody needs therapy. I think therapy is such a beautiful thing for any individual because just the fact that we're alive and one day we're gone is enough to put you in therapy.
Yeah.
But I do therapy, and I've been doing it for a few months.
Currently still doing it?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely. And
it's not a bad thing because I was them people be like, I ain't crazy. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. You ain't gotta be crazy to go to therapy.
Yeah, see, but now I have a different perspective.
Yeah, it helps you relax, dude. You know, you go in there and you kind of talk about stuff, and you got somebody sorting through your garbage for you.
Like a spa for your brain.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See.
Yes.
See.
And so it's helped me a lot, and I totally recommend it. You know.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I used to not recommend it. Now I recommend it. Now I gotta recommend myself to it. I got to go. I got to go just to get shit off my chest, you know, because I do catch myself talking to myself. I don't know if that's an entrepreneur thing.
You have,
but
what is it called? The
Estoy loco, me dicen. Goddamn.
monologue. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I might not even be pronouncing it right. I'm an idiot. But I do tell you, like, I do the same thing. And I think that's a good thing, though, because you're self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to be self-aware. You know when you mess up. You know when you're not doing too hot. You know what you need to change. And that's what makes...
Yo, I catch myself being crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll be like...
Driving in the car.
Yeah, I'll be driving in the car. I'll be like... I ask myself a goddamn question and I answer it back to me. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying?
Normal.
Yeah, it's normal. I think it's crazy because everybody...
Something's wrong with you. I would recommend going to see a counselor.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like I'll catch my son in the back of the seat and I'll say something to myself, my son, like, who you talking to? I'll be like, my imaginary friend, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. That's me, man. Nah, that's dope though, man, that you that even through the bullshit, you still got shit going, you know, because people get lost in drugs, because this shit is serious.
Yeah, no, I don't do drugs.
No. No, a lot of people get lost in this shit. Like, some people, even millionaires millionaires, like, they go through shit. They could have everything, and they still going through shit, but if that brain ain't right, that mindset ain't right, you lost in the sauce, you know? So that's how it is, man. That's deep. That's dope, though. But as far as, like, you told me that you worked at the radio station, right? Mm-hmm. Before that, did you have any other jobs?
I did 9 to 5s and I hated it.
Yeah, what 9 to 5? What was the first one?
Oh, I worked at the cell phone store, Boost Mobile,
Boost Mobile. Cricket. Shout out Boost Mobile, man. I love y'all. I love y'all offers, man.
And I did Buckle, and then I started doing YouTube.
Okay.
So I was like, just I don't even know where this idea came from. I started doing YouTube vlogs.
Oh, yeah?
So I was doing like hey guys, we're going to the Arriaga. We're going to get...
How old were you?
I don't even know. My life is like...
Did you monetize?
No, I never did. You know, YouTube. Come on, what's up?
Yeah. Come on, get right, Luke. Hey, man, level up, YouTube. Shit.
So I was doing like the whole Arriaga vlogs, the outfits, the Western outfit lookbooks. I started doing all that, and then someone was like, "Hey, you're doing YouTube, but you don't have no social media." Because I didn't do social media.
And what was it? Was it around like the IG and Facebook or MySpace era?
It was the IG era.
Okay.
Like, you don't have Instagram? I'm like, no. I just do YouTube.
So
you need to have Instagram. I'm like, okay. Made Instagram, started posting content over there, and then it just blew up.
Yeah. So
I started building my following just based off of outfits.
Okay.
I grew my following. We're fast forwarding through all that, but started working with Wrangler, Country Outfitters, all these brands, and I was like, well, this is pretty badass.
Were they calling you?
Yeah, they were emailing. Okay. You know, we have a summer campaign. You know.
Yeah, and
they give you to send you.
Yeah, they'll give you
$300 worth of product, but not pay you.
Yeah.
But I'm freaking young. I'm like, wow, free boots. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then I built up my following. And then I'm like, it just hit me one day. Like, yeah, that's where we get into some deeper kind of shit.
Tell me.
So I was in the rough childhood. It sucked. I think a lot of people can relate to that. I left at 15. I ran away from home to go with my boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
My mom was super controlling. She was very like manipulative and very toxic. It was very much it's you or me kind of situation with my mom. It's like, I'm going to put you in a group home until you're 18 and then get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do that no more. I didn't want to live my life that way anymore. I didn't want to be in those places anymore and not be able to grow up. I didn't get to have a normal childhood, you know, the elementary, high school, middle school, so on and so forth. Like, she took all that away from me. But I ran away, and my smart teenage mind is like, if I get pregnant, then I'm an adult. And you can't tell me, and you can't put me anywhere, you know? And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And so that's how I had my first son.
Okay.
And that relationship was 4.5 years. It was a domestic violence relationship. I won't dive too deep into that, but it was a domestic violence relationship, physical. It was 4.5 years long, and then I got into my next relationship where I had my daughter, and I stayed there for over 10 years.
Okay. Now, and it's good to know because a lot of females out there going through this. You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
Yeah, a lot of females going through this and don't think it's the end of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Not.
It's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning because you got to go through. It's a roller coaster ride. This life is a roller coaster ride. You got to go through all that to see the sun eventually. You know
yes, you have to get into a mindset where, and the thing is, I didn't get into that mindset where I could kind of salir adelante until the second relationship. 10.5 years of a narcissistic relationship where I was getting not physically abused, but I was emotionally and mentally abused. I was getting cheated on left and right, you know, hookers, prostitutes, strip clubs, massage parlors, hotel rooms, secondary phones, like pornography. I mean, all that stuff that old boy was doing to me.
Yeah.
And so that lasted for over a decade of my life, but it wasn't until like 2 years ago where I was like, hell no, like, I had to really sit myself down and say, like, you feel like shit right now? You're crying right now? All right, quit being a bitch. Let's do this. But during that relationship, I did start my YouTube channel. I did do the IG influencing era. And I was still feeling like shit.
Yeah.
You know, because I had somebody in the background that was bringing me down.
Yeah.
And I was allowing it. And that's the thing with relationships like that is you allow it.
Yeah.
You allow it to affect you. And I started doing therapy while I was still in the relationship, and I started to I was focusing on therapy, parenting, and work.
Yeah.
You have been taken out of the equation. What you do does not define me. If you're going to cheat on me with, you know, hookers and prostitutes, that says more about you than it does me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to focus on work. And so I did that, and it took a lot out of me. Yeah. But we can, as women that are in relationships like that, you can.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah. You got to be very mentally strong. Because like I tell you, some people get lost.
You get lost. Yeah. And you think that this is it and no one's going to want me because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Mm-hmm. That is a lie.
Yeah.
And I think that you shouldn't even look at it in that light. No one's going to want me. I need another man. You don't. You don't. You need to level up. You need to do what you need to do to make shit happen. Yeah. Because you can. It's a mindset.
No, that's dope, man. That's dope. Hey, so like any women going through this now, just, you know, just know this ain't the end for you. You know, I like that because, you know, a lot of people look up to your story. You know, they'll be like, you know, some girls are going through it. Some girls already went through it. They trying to find themselves. So that's a dope thing, man. And now I see you doing big shit. You know, that's...
You know, and I think that a lot of times most girls have that, like, benefit of having mom and dad. Mm-hmm. They have mom and dad que lo quieren apoyar.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, like, an emotional support, like, call me to talk about it. My parents weren't there.
Yeah.
Neither of them were there.
So you felt alone at that time.
It was a dark place. There was a lot of, you know, thoughts that had... For years, and I'm not talking 1 or 2, I'm talking about for the majority of the relationship. Mm-hmm. There were years where I was just like, I just want to end it. Like, let me do what I need, like, unaliving myself. Yeah. I struggled so much with suicide in the relationship. But there was a point where, you know, like I said, we go to the Instagram and then we start, like, seeing these followers coming in because of the content that I was creating, which, by the way, I was working in the scorching hot. Yeah. And I was working in the freaking freezing cold, too. And my kids, which is the craziest thing, my son, who was, you know, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, he was my photographer.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter, she was a little girl still, and I would just have her on the hip. Like, we're going to drive out to Denver Downs Farm. We're going to pull the truck into the field, and we're going to shoot this content. We're going to create these outfits, and we're going to do these TikToks or these reels or whatever. And we were doing the damn thing, just the 3 of us. And I would still go home and cook and clean. So old boy would come home to food, you know, and I was killing it. Yeah. I'm really proud of myself for that. But we got to this point where The followers built up, and I'm like, all right, let's start making money. So that's when we started Reckless Cowgirl.
Yeah. No,
Reckless Cowgirl Boutique LLC was a 2-year thing.
Yeah.
I blew up the boutique. It went amazing, but I realized in that journey that I'm not that feminine.
Yeah.
I was like, so my masculinity from the trauma was kind of like, hey, this is so uncomfortable, me wearing these dresses. Like,
Yeah. No, it's all good.
So I'm like, okay, what if I already come out with a hat company?
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to some of my friends through social media that had hat companies. Whiskey Bent Hat Company is one of them. Shout out to Whiskey Bent.
Shout out.
And
give it up
he
for
was the one that mentored me into essentially starting this brand.
Okay.
He kind of guided me on what I needed to do. And by the way, they're one of the best hat companies out here. Like, I appreciate him so much for it. And then we just kind of started Reckless Rodeo with some of the most raggedy ass hats.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
So I started it up, and I'm like, let's do this. But when I started Reckless Rodeo and I was putting my time into that, I noticed the boutique was going down. And I'm like, oh shit. So I was juggling both at the same time. On top of parenting, cooking, cleaning, all the fun stuff. And it came to a point where I found more passion in this brand. And really where Reckless Rodeo took off and my life changed forever was when the guy that was mentoring me, he's the owner of Whiskey Bent Hat Company, he told me, I told him, I said, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm a girl, I'm trying to sell Western rodeo hats. He sent me a picture of a guy named Co Wetzel. I didn't know who Co Wetzel was at the time. He sent me a picture of him in his gear, and he was like, this is your way. And I'm like, who's that? He's like, this is Co Wetzel. I'm like,
who's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, his manager follows you already.
Yeah.
So I would reach out to his manager, which is my one, man, I get emotional if I talk about this. Co Wetzel and Dre Rocha are my best.
Yeah. And talk about it.
I love them to death. They're my brothers. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Co.
Shout out.
Some of my favorite humans on this earth. I reached out to Dre. I said, hey, can I send some hats to Co Wetzel? Yeah. My name is Maria, and da-da-da. We had already been following each other, and so that's when he's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He's like, you know what? Do it. Here's the address. East Side. Then they had a show in Columbia, South Carolina. And Dre says, like, you know, I'm going to put you on the guest list. Come on out, meet Co. And so I did. And that was the moment that I think changed my life. They're the most humblest people I'd ever met in my life. And one of my favorite country music artists to work with is Co Wetzel. Cool. And just so humble, and even though my hats were like garbage at the time.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, it was in 2021, 2022.
Okay. So it wasn't too long.
Like, I love your hats. They're on my coffee table at home. Like, no, I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. But that was a moment that my life changed, and that was a moment where I was able to disconnect from the toxic trauma that was going on in the background that nobody knew about. I actually told Dre, too. I was like, I'm in a toxic relationship. I'm trying to build up this business because I need out. Mm-hmm. You know, and he was like, man, he's Mexican too. Me echó la mano.
Yeah.
You know, and I never tell him this because, you know.
Yeah, because we don't know how to show. We don't know how to show that love. Weird or nothing. Nah, we just don't know how to show that love.
I tell him that I appreciate it, and he's like a brother. Es mi carnal.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. Hey, shout out to him, man, because he, you know, as far as that, are those the people that kind of made you see the entrepreneur side of yourself, or did you get that from a younger age? Did you see anybody, you know, to get you in the lane you in now?
So my dad was always a hustler. My dad was Mexican, del rancho. My dad could have lost a limb and he would have still went to work on a Sunday. Dad was always working.
Yeah, so that's what
he had his company in painting, and that's all he did, work. My dad was a little stuck up, though. He was always like, ay, yo que tengo dinero, yo soy el más chingón. And I picked that up from him. But I didn't pick up the negatives. I try to pick up the positives. And and install those in my kids too. Hay que chambear.
Yeah.
My dad always used to tell me, nosotros no estamos aquí para andar de flojos, andamos aquí para chambearle y chingarle. And that's what I've done. And my dad inspired me in the work. What would it be like?
Work ethic.
Yes.
Work ethic.
Sir.
Yeah. It's like me. Same with me. I own a painting company.
Because my mom was always like a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
You know, she would do like the food stamps, the Medicaid, the Social Security, disability. Like, my mom never really was the one to set that example to be a strong woman.
It's just our tradition. Our old tradition is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the
My mom's
Mexican.
white.
Oh, she white. Okay. See, I didn't even know that goddamn
like, is that what
thing.
I say?
But as far as your dad was, you know, in a household of a Mexican, he's in control. You know what I'm saying? In Mexican home, the guy's in control. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like
The man of the house.
Yeah, the man of the house. So that's how it is in the Mexican.
I like that though.
Yeah.
I like that, but you got to be a leader worth following.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Dad may have not been a leader, but he made money and he made sure we were good.
Yeah, it's just
he may have been ojo alegre y andar en las parrandas.
Yeah, but he came from Mexico, right? He came illegally, of course, like a lot of people probably. But of course, you got to understand them too. They come from nothing, so they don't know how to have something.
Yes.
So when they have something, they run out of control. They just lose goose.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a thing.
Todas las viejas me quieren porque tengo
Yeah,
billete.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like when you ain't have nothing, it's like me. I've been up and down. See, the thing about me, just to tell a little bit, I grew up having it. Then having it from 5 years old, from wearing fucking polos, telling my mom, hey moms, from wearing that polo to going to Salvation Army the next day.
I feel you on that,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? So
that Salvation
that's
Army was giving out 13
I'm
free
telling
pieces
you.
of clothing
So
per person.
I'm telling you. And I tell my moms, hey, where's my little horsey at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At a young age, my mom will tell me that. So I think that's a lot worse. Like if you coming from nothing, at least you know your shit down there.
Dude, this is the same with me. So my dad went off and did his life. Siguió su vida. Y a mí como que, you know, we never really talk about how sometimes when the dads abandon the child, the whole family does.
Yeah.
And so that was in my case. You know, my dad kind of went off and did his life and stuff. And mom's in the Salvation Army, but she was also getting child support. So we don't talk about that, though, do we?
Yeah. Nah, shout out to Salvation Army, man. Got me through some years, baby. You know, them elementary years. We had to level up. Salvation Army. Nah, that's dope. But as far as the entrepreneurship, you got it from your pops. You know, it's in your blood. You know, so is that like other ventures besides like the reckless rodeo that didn't work for you beforehand? I know the vlogs. You said the vlogs. You know.
So the vlogs, I want to get back into it because now that I've grown so much, like my life right now is beyond what I ever could have imagined.
It's not perfect, but it's better.
It's better, and I get to do things with people that I never thought I would be able to do, and I had the boutique, so I tried that, you know, but I just saw more potential in Reckless Rodeo. So I ended up shutting down the boutique. I shut down the boutique, and then I went full force on Reckless Rodeo. And the reason I did that was because I'm not knocking anybody that loves boutique life. You have to be passionate about it. And if you're passionate about it, you're going to make a lot of money. Personally, for me, as somebody that's, you know, not as feminine, I saw more potential in Reckless Rodeo because I'm thinking to myself, like, we could go to a country concert and we could see somebody wearing something that they bought from my boutique, right? Yeah. But we would never know that that's from my boutique because the market is so saturated, and, you know, we're talking like all boutiques carry the same stuff. It's not yours. It doesn't have your tag in it. That's not your brand. That's just a wholesale item. Versus me seeing somebody out in the crowd wearing Reckless Rodeo, I know that that's all me. Yeah. And so I looked at it in that light, and so I went full force on Reckless Rodeo, and I don't regret it. Yeah. At all.
No, that's dope. That's dope. And as far as sacrifices, I know every entrepreneur's had to make a lot of sacrifices. Like me, I had to miss some birthdays. I had to miss holidays to get to the positions I wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? As far as you know, sacrifices you had to make in the game just to let these folks know that it don't come easy. If you planning something, be ready for the rocky road?
So as somebody that has absolutely no type of educational background in entrepreneurship, I had to learn everything the hard way. So there's a lot of money that's, you know, kind of been thrown away in learning experiences when it comes to designing, production, and so on and so forth. And then my kids, I have to sacrifice. Sometimes weekends, there's times where, you know, I'm collaborating with 2 artists in one weekend, or there's even times where we've done like co-shows where we will go and I'll take hats to, I say we, but it's just me.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting a bigger team, but I have to be in like I remember like 2 years ago or a year ago, we did like, we had to be in Charlotte. So we're going to do a collab with Reckless Rodeo, take some gear to the guys. Typically, they'll wear it on stage. If not, they'll wear it out and about, and then they'll create that content for me. And we were in Charlotte, drove all the way back to Greenville, which is an hour and 45, went home, slept a few hours, got ready, all dolled up to go to Augusta, Georgia the next day, and then came back. So there's weekends like that for me where I'm tired. Yeah. But I still get up and I still play mom because I have to. Because if it's not me, who's going to do it?
I feel you.
You know?
Nah, and there's some women out there that are blessed with, you know, having their mothers or aunts or whoever
or a good spouse.
Yeah, or something, you know, that be like, take care. Can you please take care of them for a couple hours? Just that. Sometimes, you know, it's hard. It's definitely hard. And have you ever felt quitting? You know, because I know us as entrepreneurs, you know, I felt like quitting a lot of goddamn times.
I've thought about it when there's in any business you get moments of where you feel discouraged, but I got a good team behind me. Yeah. I really a lot of support system. I don't say that to you know, be stuck up or anything, but
but like, you built it.
Hell, I got a good team. I mean, I got Co-Wetzel's Camp that rocks Reckless Rodeo. Love them to death. They're family to me. They are family to me. I've been doing, you know, collabs with his team for like 2-3 years now. But then what was really beautiful about the whole thing was that being able to give gear and him rocking that and taking that photo and us being able to, like, the whole camp, I've built a relationship with the whole. I'm like the little sister they never wanted. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I'm like the little sister they never needed. They never asked for. I'm sorry, they never asked for, but they got me. It was awesome because then we started working with Bailey Zimmerman, which is another really one of the top country music artists right now. Is Bailey Zimmerman. I mean, he's going on tour with Morgan Wallen.
Okay, nice.
And so Bailey's guys are. God, those guys converted to family as well. And then, you know, we have like Josh Ross. Shout out to Bailey and Josh Ross. Josh Ross is a country artist that's coming up, and he's coming up quick. He's not playing. He's great. His music it's great. Yeah. And his guitar player Jake Gant, who's one of my dear friends from like before he even, you know, was touring with these big name country artists. He was doing a show for a guy that that wanted to do a collab with me. His name was Connor Sweeney. He was doing just shows at the time. I believe they're in Nashville. So a lot of these guys are in Nashville and Texas. But we did a little collab, and I met Jake Gant, and we became like the best of friends. And when Jake Gant started doing shows with these bigger artists out in Nashville, like, he took me with him.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
He took me to his Nickelback show where we were on stage with Nickelback and Josh Ross. I got a team of loyal people in the back that they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let this brand fall.
Yeah, fall. No, that's cool. That's cool that you got all that support system now. But of course, it took a long time to build. You know, it took a lot of sacrifices.
It takes a lot of sacrifice, but it also takes a lot of self-reflecting. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're working with people in the music industry, you got to work on you.
Yeah.
And it was one of the things that, like, you got to be yourself, of course. But the reason I'm a pretty cool person. You have to. You can't be crazy. You know, you can't be in the bag.
That's where you said.
That's
where you said the emotions. Yeah. That's where it's good to control the emotions. That's where you. That's what. You know, the first part we said.
Some people get carried away.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm back here with Usher. Let's pull out the phone and start recording everybody. Nah, you got to be cool. You got to think about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You know, don't think about the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the bigger picture. And so I think that's something that has helped me establish relationships and maintain relationships. And I think after a while, those relationships turn into family.
Yeah.
And so that's how it is for me with a lot of the country artists that I work with, that it feels like family.
No, that's cool. That's cool. And tell me, I know those are some wild stories about what, you know, the people you met along the way, but a wild story that comes up to you like instantly that you said, damn, I couldn't believe this shit happened and it happened.
There's one I can't talk about, but I think it was it was one time that it was at the GCMF. So it was I think it was Greenville Country Music Festival that my friend Braxton Wilson out in
Carolina?
In South Carolina.
Okay.
He does those festivals. He's an awesome person as well, and so he kind of coordinates these things with a few other people, I assume. But it was GCMF, and it was my second collab with Bailey Zimmerman's crew, and I remember that I got there. They came out to get me. It was all access. Typically, I do like all access events, and we were standing on stage for Bailey's set, and the confetti went off. Yeah. And there's just thousands and thousands of people. And that was a moment where I kind of got choked up.
Yeah, and you were on stage?
I was on stage, yes. Okay. I was side stage.
Okay.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, this brand is, like, I never would have thought in my life.
Yeah.
And so that was a moment for me, just seeing all of those people singing his music and then seeing my gear, you know, on the crew and seeing my gear on stage after cleanup and seeing the guy. Or even just like, there's so many artists that wear my stuff on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, we were at the Georgia Country Music Fest, and one of Co's guys wore my, I think it's I don't even remember what it's called, the hat. I'm bad. I don't remember all the names.
You good.
But I wore it on stage, and I didn't even know because I was too drunk. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You love to drink.
It happens sometimes.
It's all good.
I was there since 1. Yeah. And so my friend, one of my best friends, Leppy, he's a Co's laser tech. He texts me, and he's like, Reckless Rodeo's on stage right now. Look up. And I look up, and I'm like, oh, shit. You know, it's badass. So we went up there, and we got some content for that. But it's moments like that where I am a little taken back.
Yeah. No, that's cool. No, it's cool. That's a cool ass story. Not a lot of people could say that, you know. So you blessed. You're very blessed. As far as it's less. Have you done other podcasts? Or is this, you know, less level?
This is my first.
See, let's give it up for Let's Level Up. See, hey, we leveling up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we see talent. You know, we bring the talent. You know, hey, I love it. I love it. And what have you learned along the way for the folks, you know, that aren't prepared for this journey? Like, what have you learned? You know, because, of course, like I told you, it's a rocky road. You don't know everything. You're learning as you go. Big thing that you learned. Something.
You have to have self-control.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to be self-aware and analyze what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And you always need to stay humble. Because just like in a spur of a moment, everything can go away. And always set a goal for yourself. Mm-hmm. You know? I think that when you start making that money, this is something that, you know, I've struggled with mentally, is the money comes in and I'm like, maybe I don't know, man. That Gucci bag sounded a little nice right now, but I'm like, do you have Gucci bag money? Today you do, but tomorrow what's up? Yeah. You know, you have to learn to have self-control. And always invest back into your business. Yeah. Until you get to that point where you can buy that Gucci bag or 2 today, and tomorrow you can buy another one if you want.
Mm-hmm. Now that's dope. Y'all heard that? Priorities first, goddammit. Level up. If you only got $1,000 in your goddamn account and the bag costs $900, do not go buy it, baby. Level up first, all right? So I had to let them know. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you,
know, I had to let them know.
Get a little carried away.
Yeah,
you know?
They get a little carried away.
Don't let yourself get carried away. Humble yourself. You know.
Got to. And
networking.
Always, it's not what you do. It's about who you know, baby.
You got to network. You have to network. That's a number one advice that I can give to anybody that's looking to start a business, networking is key.
Always.
Not just using people.
No.
Build connections with people worth building connections with.
Yep, that's right. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her.
And always hang out with people that are doing better than you. That's you have to seek relationships with people that are doing better than you are, or like-minded people. But I prefer to hang out with people that are doing better than me.
And don't feel that envy, don't feel that jealousy, feel that motivation, that drive, that inspiration from them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get jealous. That's where shit goes south. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So make sure you level the fuck up, baby. Hey, but have you ever been felt betrayed in this industry?
Oh, absolutely.
Damn, because I have.
Yeah.
People I love. Damn. Not just look. All you have to do is respect me, support me, and trust.
They don't even want to do that.
Just that. I'm not asking for nothing else. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking. Look, all I'm asking for is loyalty, trust, and respect.
You know what? The people that will support you the most are strangers.
Always.
I didn't get any support from family members except for maybe one or two.
Yeah.
Nobody really paid any mind to what I was doing until I started, getting on stage and in music videos, and now everybody want to,
now they want to be.
I've been meaning to buy a hat, but, and I fuck out of here with that. I felt betrayed a few times throughout this whole journey. It had been, maybe my lack of awareness, I guess, that people would take advantage of me. It happens a lot when there's shows and I get passes or something. 'Cause, for example, I'm going to do a show with a country artist, and so I'm going to take them some gear and they're going to shoot content, so on and so forth, and I'll get I always get guest passes.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I always get guest passes.
Yeah.
For somebody else to come with me, and then shit kind of gets a little weird after a few times. It's kind of like, hey Maria, are you going to that XYZ show?
Yeah.
Did you got a guest pass backstage? And I even had an incident where a friend kind of did me a little dirty at a show, and I tried not to hold it against her. Maybe I should have. Because I feel like where I'm at now, I'll cut you off.
Yeah.
You're not going to come up in here and act a fool.
Yeah.
When it comes to what I've worked hard for. Because I got kids at the house. They want me home. They don't want me pulling up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Yeah. So if you fuck with me, act like you fuck with me. And if not, you can get the fuck out. And it took me a lot to get to that point. Yeah. But people are trifling as fuck.
Yeah, now you got a lot to lose now.
I do.
You got a lot to lose.
And
now.
it's a lot of sacrifice, and we're not kids no more. I mean, I got bills to pay. So, I'm just trying to grow my business and work with people that are like me. And when I have people that aren't like me tagging along, it can get a little messy sometimes.
It does. I know what you're talking about. It happened to me.
And that brings me to the next thing. When you're doing your business, no matter what niche you're in, if you're my fucking friend and we're real cool like that, why are you not sharing my shit? Why are you not liking my shit?
Yeah.
That might seem petty to a lot of people, but it's really not to an entrepreneur, because you're not supporting me. So if you're not supporting me, you don't need to indulge in the perks that come along with my business.
Yeah. Now I feel you, and it's like a like, a share, it's all free. You know what I'm saying? And same like I told many people on this podcast thing, I'm not getting a cent for this shit, but I'm doing it, of course, eventually, the bigger picture. Yes, we got planned. Eventually, we'll start getting shit off this shit. But when you start a business, you're not getting nothing. So any little support, and like I've told, and what you said, you get more love from strangers than from people, Unfortunately, that's the unfortunate situation. And I ran across you ran across me through Ricardo and Manuel. Shout out to them boys. You know what I'm saying?
I still gotta go see them.
I they was over at my birthday. Yeah, they was over at my birthday. They was over. Hey,
we were supposed to go for my birthday. I canceled. Sorry, guys.
Nah, they told me because I was with them that day.
They're like, we gonna go to La Chingada with Maria? He called me like, where you at? I'm like, going to Walmart.
Nah, they told me because that night, it was a Friday night, I think. We was at the studio because I took him to my homie D3's studio. Shout out D3. I took him to my homie studio, and I was like, yo, and I was wearing your hat. They're like, oh, you
They
got
were
the
into
Reckless
her 'cause
Rodeo
they got that
hat.
MSZ
Yeah, I
hat.
was like, oh, la Maria. I was like, yeah, we going out with her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn, Maria done flexed. Goddamn. Nah, but them boys moving, man. Shout out to them, man. They doing big things.
I love them.
They doing big
They do
things.
big
Shout out
things.
to them. And so as far any future plan, in like any future plans that you have that you can announce, you know.
What I can say is we're going full custom.
Full custom,
We're going
everything.
full custom.
Yeah, y'all heard that.
Right now, you know, we got our hats and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Funny story.
Make sure y'all tune
yeah.
in. Make sure y'all tune in. Reckless Rodeo. We gonna have it right here, right there, where I'm pointing at. That's where it's gonna be. Goddamn it! Look, Reckless Rodeo, and you see me. She said we in the countryside. I say we in the trap side now, baby. You know what I'm saying? It'll hit Atlanta. So I'm coming in with the wave. You know, look at the drip. Drip too hard, baby. You know, so yeah, shout out to Reckless Rodeo. They doing their thing. Shout out to you, Maria. You doing big shit for
Yeah,
real.
we're doing
And
full
I'm proud of
custom.
you. I'm proud of you, man. It's an honor to have you here, man.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
very proud of you because I see it's hard. Not only it's hard for a woman. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard, but I think when it comes to the brand, I've put my soul into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like this hat right here. You know, we're talking about the stripper.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stripper. This is my #1 best-selling hat. I've sold out of this hat again 15 times.
Oh yeah.
The stripper is based off of where we go back a little earlier about the strippers, escorts, prostitutes, and just kind of the infidelities that I had to endure in my relationship. So funny that I was on my way back from Columbia, South Carolina to Greenville, South Carolina from a Co-Etzel concert with Co-Etzel. And with that person that that person too, he was with me. Awkward moment for him, I guess, but that was where the idea of the stripper came along, and that's my #1 best-selling hat. So I think that's what put Reckless Rodeo as well on the map, is that we're different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, now I feel you. And show that up to the camera, please.
Yes.
I want them to see that, man. You know, hey, everything we do in life, man, we start with a dream. You know, we start with a dream. You just got to keep hustling, keep going, believe in yourself. Don't ever quit, ever quit. Whatever circumstances you're going through, you know, anything is possible. So, last thing I got for you. I usually tell folks to give a motivational speech to the audience. I want you to give a motivational speech to them girls, you know, that have a big dream, that are going through shit, that are thinking about giving up. Now, you know, this specifically for them girls, you know.
You know, I think that.
But hold up. Sorry for cutting you. I want you to look straight into that camera and talk to them. That one, that's your camera. Straight into that camera and let these girls know. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the first woman in this podcast, and I want them girls to take that for real, because they need to level up. You know, if you going through things,
Life can get hard. I think a lot of times we can end up in toxic relationships, but I think that just understanding that your current situation isn't going to be forever if you put in the effort to make a change. It starts in your head, and then you have to make the moves. You have to use strategy, and you need to turn off your emotions sometimes. I think it's easier when you turn off your emotions and you get strategic and you make plans and put yourself in situations that will allow you to boost your self-esteem and know that you deserve better and you can do it. And just because you're a woman or a mother or whatever the case is doesn't define you. You have the ability to fuck it up.
All right. Y'all heard the boss woman. Y'all heard the queen, man. The Reckless Rodeo queen. Hey, look, one more time, Reckless Rodeo. Y'all go cop a hat, man. Exclusive. You're not going to get it anywhere but from Reckless Rodeo. All right, y'all make sure and cop that. Yo, Maria, it was an honor. I'm proud of you. For real. You
Thank
know,
you.
we're about to turn up in Atlanta tonight. All right.
PBR.
Hey, yo, let's get it.
PBR.
Hey, man. Anybody like the content? Please subscribe, like, share, comment. It's all free. All right. So make sure y'all level up. Y'all let me know what I suck on, what I need to work on. I'm new at this shit too, so I'm leveling up. Each episode, we leveling up. Y'all give it up again for Maria. Hey, appreciate you coming down from South Carolina. Let's get it. Level up. Let's go.